All right, as you see, it is, I don't know if you can see that, 5:45 a.m. Just finished eating my banana, had a protein shake, drank my liter of water. Remember, I am now waking up at 5 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. Just trying it out. So far, liking it. My deload started yesterday. Let me show you something first. I got a new low weigh-in on the scale. So this week's looking like it's gonna finally be projecting in the right direction quick enough. I got a 223.2 weigh in today. That's all-time low since I started this cut, but things are going well. I started my deload yesterday and it went well. Definitely, obviously not sore at all. Keep in mind, a deload isn't necessarily supposed to be super easy. I was still sweating quite a bit. Intensity still needs to stay high, but it's ultimately still less volume, so your body should not be fatigued by it, especially the next day. It's gonna help you rest. Had a lot of sleep last night, getting a lot of sleep tonight because it's a rest day tomorrow, and diet is on point, okay? I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more about that today. But right now, I gotta go do a leg day, and I'm a little bit late, but leg day. I still don't wanna do it even when I'm deloading, but for real, I'm deloading on leg day, so all I'll do for my deload is I'm gonna go to Gravitas. Okay, this is the app I now use to track my workouts. I'll go in here, I'll look at the leg day from week 1 of my mesocycle. So I do 3 weeks hard, and then I'll go deload for a week. So okay, I've got all the numbers here. Actually, this is not right. Those weights were way too high compared to what I did last time. I'm just gonna take last week's workout. I'm gonna shave off, I'm gonna keep all the intensities, all the weights the same, but I'm gonna shave off a set and shave off 2 reps of each set. So if I did squats for 275 for 4 sets of 8, today I'm gonna do 275 for 3 sets of 6. So that's just gonna help regulate and take care of the volume. That quick little rule of thumb really helps. No more stalling, it's time to hit legs. I'll see you at the gym. So for this deload workout, back squats were what we're starting with, and I mentioned before that I was working with the weights that I was doing the previous week. In this case, it was 285, and it was for 3 sets of 6. So last time I got 4 sets of 8. So this time I shaved 2 reps off each set, and I shaved 1 set off total. Very smooth, okay? This is a good time. Deloading and deload workouts are a good time to really practice the form and practice getting it down right. So you might as well go in there. It's still gonna be intense. It was still, you know, somewhat of a tough leg day, but you're not pushing to the point where you're breaking down the muscle and you're getting sore the next day. So it feels good. After this is stiff leg deadlifts off the floor, right? And also 285 for sets of 8 to 10, because I was getting 10 to 12. Only 2 sets. After this, I did some hack squats, and I also did some leg curls, supersetted, some calves, cardio, and stretching. You already know how it goes. So I'm over here after the leg day, and I've got my breakfast lined up since my calories are down, and I'm sticking to more nutrient-dense foods for the most part. This is what I'm coming back to. The good old mini wheats. Got my power shake over here, got a chai tea, water, and I've got my multi, got my fish oil. So I'm gonna make sure I take all this in. And the good thing about the deload workouts as well, since it's a lot less volume, less sets, is that you're done in less time. So you can really take this time to focus on other things. And again, the whole theme of this is rest, recover. You wanna keep intensity high. You wanna make sure your body stays adapted to intensity. And the next time when you go into the gym next week, I'm gonna have so much less fatigue accumulated in my body that I should be PRing every week again for the next 3 weeks until I do it again and the cycle continues. So with that said, it is 8:30 right now, which means it's early. I'm ahead of schedule, always good. After this, it's time for client work. You know, every time I point in there, client work, leads, business, got tons of stuff on the schedule today, some calls. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get it going. All right, it's time to eat. Whoops, over here. Just warmed up one of my meals. Check this out, a couple things I want to update you with, okay? two cool things, two good things. One is the reason why you're probably watching this video, as is the title, my new meal plan, basically my nutrition laid out for you. I'm about to go through that. First and foremost, I do want to explain this though. I'm slightly changing my meal timing. So if you've been following me for a little while, you know that somewhat recently, maybe a few months back, or maybe I would say 4 or 5 months back, I started having 3 meals a day, okay? Not including the little pre-workout snack I have. I had breakfast, which was right after my workout. Then I would have lunch, which would be right now, which would be 2 of these meals combined, right? I got my prep in here. I would have 2 of these meals plus the walnuts, everything now, and then 1 more smaller meal at the end of the day. I figured that was working better. What I've done is I'm changing it back to what I used to have it before. I've noticed that that works better for me. What does that mean? It means a banana protein shake pre-workout. So I'm gonna take you through my nutrition plan at the same time. This is going to be calibrated at roughly 3,000 calories. Protein's going to be up at around 215 grams. Carbs are up at around 350, and fats is at around 80 grams. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Pre-workout, I have myself a banana and a protein shake. Post-workout, you already saw that earlier today. I have my power shake. It needs to be cleaned down here. Power shake, and I have mini wheats. Okay, remember, I'm trying to move away from all the sugary stuff. I was eating a lot of those bars every day. I'm moving away from that. So mini wheats, that's it. I have tea, my water, that's all I'm drinking in terms of drinks. I'm not drinking any calories. Next is lunch, which is right now, it's gonna be a smaller meal. It's just 1 meal, which let me grab it for you. No, nothing new here just yet, although next week I start the transition to plant-based, a little bit more plant-based, that is. So here is lunch for today. I got sweet potato in there, I got chicken, and I got some veggies, okay? This, along with my walnuts, is my lunch. This means that it's not gonna take long to eat, and right after that I get back to work, I do all my social stuff. The next meal is gonna happen at around 3 p.m., okay, or 3:30, sometimes maybe 4. It's gonna be another one of my prepped meals. And then after that, my last meal of the day, which would take place at around 6 or 7 p.m., okay, because remember, I'm going to sleep a little bit later now, right, is gonna be some Greek yogurt, typically 200 to 300 grams of Greek yogurt, along with blackberries and pears. So if you've noticed, what sugary processed foods do I have in there? At all, none, right? So this is my way of eliminating those, but staying on point with my calories and macros. Obviously, as I adjust, continuing going forward, it's very easy to adjust and manipulate all those foods I just mentioned in terms of portions and all that. So that is my nutrition right now, day to day. On the weekend, I'll give myself 1 day, like a Sunday maybe, where I just kind of make room to eat a food or meal, or pretty much the whole day, whatever I want, so long as I'm staying within calories. And that is what my nutrition looks like. One thing I do want to mention is that I have been messing up lately. I know I mentioned in the first episode, one of the things I'm trying to do is get rid of or stop using social media as much in my work blocks. It's not working very well. So today I have actually scheduled out 1 hour's worth of time. Since I have a longer day today, I've got a rest day tomorrow, I don't have to go to sleep early at all. So I'm gonna take an hour of my day to actually plan out how I'm going to be removing this habit, this bad habit that's distracting me all the time, so that I can optimize my work, optimize my day, get 10 times more out of it, get 1% or 10% better every day. So I just wanted to keep you updated on that. I'm not doing well with eliminating the social media. I'm gonna make sure I do what I need to do, put systems in place to achieve that going forward. And of course, I'll let you know on that and let you know how it goes. Anyways, that's a lot of talking. It's time for me to eat lunch. Check in with you when I check in with you later. All right, so I just got done doing a ton of work. It is just about 3 p.m. I ate my 3rd meal of the day, and it's also the next day, by the way. So I've got a call with my coach actually coming up soon. I just had a call with a prospect. All is well. I actually just made a content calendar. I put out and basically broke down how I'm doing everything on each platform: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, both my Facebook groups, and TikTok. I'm actually introducing TikTok into this just to kind of grow, since the organic reach is very powerful. I posted, like my second video I posted on there hit like over 100,000 views, so the organic reach is insane. So I'm adding that to the list, not taking it crazy serious, just starting to dabble into it, build a bit of a following, and if it continues, then I'll just keep growing it. I did finish a couple more books ever since last seen you. So this one took me literally an hour and a half to finish. Definitely not one I'd necessarily recommend. Got more books over here. Reading is definitely one of the most powerful habits that I have adopted over the last couple of years, and I definitely recommend anybody looking to improve their life significantly start taking it up. As you can see, there's over 100 books that I've read in the last 2 years. This year's goal, as you know, is to read over 100 this year alone. So ramping that up, that's a habit that I will never ever leave, and neither should you. And it could be reading anything really, whatever topics you like. Could be health and fitness, all that type of stuff. So it's a pretty nice day out. I did rest. I forgot to mention I rest, and I hit a new low weigh-in. I don't know if it's gonna focus in here. Boom, 222 was my new low. Diet has been on point, cutting the sugary stuff out. Not cutting it out entirely, but really minimizing it on a day-to-day basis has allowed me to help keep my calories down. Cravings are being removed slowly but surely. So all is well. I got my chai tea prepped over here. Just gonna pour that in. This will be my fourth tea of the day. So I've already had another chai, 2 black teas. A little bit more caffeine there, a little bit more focused, though it's not the same as having a coffee, obviously. But that's just a quick update. It was a rest day for me today, so I actually did a full-blown yoga session for 30 minutes. I just got my iPad and I did some yoga session, a yoga channel that I found there. It was good, helped stretch me out. It also made me realize how weak a lot of my body really is and how inflexible it is. So that excites me because I know how much I can improve on that, which is one of my main goals. So that's what we're working towards. Anyways, tomorrow I'm pumped because tomorrow morning is going to be either an upper body day again or a push day. Now typically my split is push-pull legs for the rest of the week now, but since it's a deload, I think that I might just actually pair push and pull again and just make it another upper day. It's gonna give me 2 things. 1, it's just gonna allow me to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but 2, it's actually gonna make me see how I like training only 4 days a week and maybe making the 5th day a cardio and stretching day. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually catch you at the gym. By the time I see you next, it'll be the next day at the gym, kind of crushing it because this is the deload. Whatever, let's go. Alright, so I just got a quick grocery haul. I'm going to take you through it because there's some important things about this grocery haul that's different than the last few that I showed you. So here we go. I got the bananas, okay? I've got to stock up on bananas. Now I have chicken, okay? Keep this in mind, but I got chicken, no turkey. I've got peppers here to cook up with this, okay, quinoa, as you see. Quinoa is something that I'm introducing to my diet right now for the first time as a staple ever, and a little bit more about that soon. This is to cook up with the quinoa as well as this, so some garlic. Okay, it's good to cook up with quinoa as well as green onions. Okay, got a ton of those. Stacked up on some more walnuts. These are open already. I actually went by my parents' house. Needed a few more last second. I'll probably have to buy some more during the week, but that'll hold me over for a bit. Got some more blackberries. As you know, blackberries, like I said, with the Greek yogurt is what I like to have late night snack. So there's that. I also got these mixed veggies. I already have other mixed veggies. Okay, as you already know, I like these ones here, but those ones are gonna be for the quinoa. I also got this package. I put it in here already to keep them frozen strawberries for my power shakes. But this is a different blend of veggies that goes well with the quinoa. I got mini wheats because I'm back on my mini wheat grind since I'm cutting. This helps fill me up with a lot less calories, a lot more fiber than say those bars. You'll notice all this is nutrient dense. All of it. This is the least nutrient dense thing here, and it is extremely nutrient dense. I got some olive oil to cook with, and that's pretty much that. Now, again, all nutrient dense, so cutting low on sugars. My cupboard full of all the sugary treats and all that is really declining. Now, quinoa and the slight transition to plant-based is happening starting next week. Here is a meal of quinoa. Let me actually show you this. So this quinoa meal here, I actually had one already earlier today just to test it out. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so you can see that veggie blend in there. Damn, it smells good. Got some onions, got the veggies in there. It's about a cup of quinoa, 2 cups of those veggies, or sorry, 1 cup of those veggies. Tried this meal out earlier today to see how I felt with it, how I liked the taste, all that. Reacted well, felt good. We'll see. Obviously, I'm not gonna notice any difference from it in a few hours, but over a week, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks time, cutting lower on the chicken or the turkey, in this case the turkey, is I think maybe going to elicit a different response, a reaction. So I wanna go based off that, see how that works out for me, and see if it's maybe something worth keeping, pursuing even further, and so on. So the quinoa, as well as cutting down or cutting out the sugars, my cupboard is decreasing in calorie dense foods. No more yogurt bars. All I have left really that's calorie dense would be this up here, which is the Pop-Tarts, but I don't really touch those. So yeah, making a pretty big transition on my diet as I'm getting leaner. I do want to keep my performance and strength up as high as possible. I want my body composition to be as optimal as possible, and my overall health, my energy levels, everything to be working in the best possible way. So I don't think plant-based is the end-all be-all for that, but I figured it's worth giving it a shot to move closer to it. So it's a big change I'm making, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'm going to keep you all updated. My deload is going well. I actually grouped up my upper push day and pull days together today for a upper body day, making this week, my deload week, a 4-day split. So I did upper today, which means tomorrow, instead of a pull day, I'm gonna do a leg day, and that's gonna be it basically. On Saturday, I plan on going in, doing some cardio, some stretching, maybe some core work as a little bit of an accessory, but maybe just calling it at that. So maybe it'll give me a chance to throw in some arms and maybe a shoulder and arm day. That's actually something I just thought of right now. I might be able to bring in a quick shoulder and arm day and ab day just for the fun of it, but just get some more volume on those body parts, because God knows I could use them. What up? I want to quickly talk to you before I close out this 3rd episode of the installment. Place is a bit of a mess, as you can see. Chairs all over the place. Just got done shooting some thumbnails, gotta finish that up. It is Friday right now, 2:43 p.m. Had a couple of calls, both client calls, and now I've actually got a couple of calls with prospects. But anyways, plenty of work, stack day. I'm going out later, and wanted to come on here and just quickly explain my deload. So today I did a leg workout. Post some clips up here for you, but I actually did front rack grip on the front squats for the first time basically in ever, since the last time I tried was a decade ago, and I didn't have the mobility to actually do that. Now I do, and it changed the whole game for me. In terms of front squatting, I so look forward to using this, as it keeps my posture so much more upright, fixes pretty much every issue that I had with the squat, front squat specifically. So with that said, that actually concludes my deload week in terms of full-blown workouts. So I did my legs, front squats. I only did 2 plates for sets of 6, as last time I did them by 8. I'm gonna be rebuilding that, but I did experiment, as you know, with a 4-day a week, sort of a split this time around. Now tomorrow I am going to the gym for some cardio, and I'm thinking I might attach arms at the end of the week on a Saturday, simply because arms, especially by the time Monday comes around, I'm still gonna be probably pretty fresh with them. I don't plan on absolutely annihilating them, but a little bit of arms and maybe some side and rear shoulders just to keep my frequency up. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know how much I advocate for, at least my own personal results, high frequency with the delts and arms. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, the point of the deload there is to really dissipate fatigue. Like I mentioned, I got a lot of questions about it. Like I mentioned, the idea here is to keep intensity up pretty much just as high as it's been the last few weeks, but you want to shave off 2 reps and shave off 1 set every single exercise. So if you did 4 sets of 8 last week and it's a deload this week, you're gonna do 3 sets, 1 less set of 6, 2 less reps. So instead of 4 by 8, it's 3 by 6. That's gonna shave your volume down quite a bit. It's gonna allow your fatigue to dissipate, and it's going to allow your performance to increase as a result once you get back. It's periodization, okay? So your volume is acclimating. All of a sudden, you start to overreach, which causes muscle growth, causes adaptation. But if you continue overreaching, it's gonna lead to overtraining. You're gonna start experiencing some negative consequences of that as fatigue accumulates. The purpose of the deload is to reduce volume and restart back up that upward trend. When it starts evening out, deload, restart back up that upward trend, and so on. So very powerful. Definitely recommend you implement it if you find that your gains have slowed down. It may be due to fatigue, assuming everything else is on point as it is for me. So that's gonna be it for the episode 3 of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these ones, if you want to see more of them, I know a lot of you liked the last one, make sure, got my butt back here, make sure you hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe, because I'll be seeing you in the next one. I'm out.